Hello and welcome to this episode of That Child-Free Guy. Thank you so much for spending your time with me and check out my other videos on the channel. Have you ever been on a date? You got yourself dolled up and everything, you got your favorite perfume, you got your nice little black dress on, you've got some sensible heels because you'll be walking a little bit. You get into the restaurant, your profile has explicitly child-free, do not want kids, and then all of a sudden you ask, "Oh, so what do you think about kids?" And he says, or no, or he knows that you're child free. So he's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm okay without kids or with kids or whatever." And it's like, "Huh? Yeah, this date's not going to work." So many men lie about wanting kids or not wanting kids, especially not wanting kids if they pretty much want to get the girl. But here are some things it's just really like it bugs me because of the fact that you should know what you want independent of other people. So here's 13 signs that he's lying about wanting or not wanting kids. Number one, you overhear him talking about how women are biologically wired to have kids. This is the kind of talk you'll hear from a guy who really truly doesn't believe that women can want to be child free. No matter how adamant you are about your stance, he will eventually expect that you're going to demand having kids. This is terrible. This is terrible for a number of reasons, including the fact that he doesn't actually listen to your wants and needs. Should you find a guy like this, you need to run, not walk away from him. And this also means that he probably doesn't even believe in your bodily autonomy and that he doesn't see you as a person. He only sees you as a means to an end, having kids. Two, the first way he tries to woo you is by telling you that he wants kids. Then when he finds out you're child free, he backpedals. The first impulse of a guy is the one you should most often trust, particularly when it comes to kids. Guys who are really just looking for a baby mama will often be very upfront about wanting to be a dad, but when they notice you not being so hot about it, will take it as a sign that you mean not yet or convince me. Number three, he keeps putting it off even when you explain you have a time frame. Sadly, I've seen a lot of guys who didn't want kids pair up with women who desperately wanted them who did this. I've seen that as well. One guy I know even got a vasectomy and let his wife go through IVF. The only reason anyone found out is because she got pregnant with a kid that wasn't his. Kids are unfortunately one of those things you need to set a time frame for and stick to it. Number four, when you ask him where he sees himself in 10 years, he doesn't mention kids, but then says he wants them. This is actually the very same as point number two. If a guy wants babies, he will tell you he wants babies off the bat. If he isn't interested in playing daddy, then it won't be on his mind when he's talking about his life goals. It's that simple. Number five, he's lying about wanting to have more kids if he refuses to see the ones he already has. Preach, sister. If he's a deadbeat dad to the kids he already has, there's absolutely no reason to believe that he would treat the progeny he makes with you any better. Do not count on being an exception to this rule. I have seen so many times, so many Reddit stories where the new woman is shocked Pikachu that he won't take care of her kids as well. Number six, this one is insidious. You caught him sabotaging your birth control. I actually had this happen to me with a guy who only went on one date with me prior to me getting surgically fixed. Thankfully, I didn't end up preggers and I never saw that loser again. Number seven, even the mention of babies make his face contort in a certain doom expression. A guy who is absolutely disgusted by kids will probably not want kids ever. Trust me on that. If he flinches when people ask him to pick up a baby or look at one, he is probably child free. See, I'm child free, but I'm not that child free. I'll pick up and hold a baby. I'll even change him. I don't care. I've changed more diapers than most fathers have, which is kind of like I ain't even going front. I'm bragging about it because men need to do better. Number eight, he gets choked up and misty eyed when he talks about you having a kid with him. This kind of reaction is the reaction of a guy who is hell bent on being a father at one point or another in his life. If he's telling you he doesn't want kids but behaves this way, you may want to prod him a little more. He's most likely lying. Number 9, he keeps asking you whether kids are really necessary and highlights the perks of being child free. Bless his heart, he's trying to get you to see his side of things. Sadly, kids are something that you either want or don't want, and there's no real negotiating on this matter. Number 10, he goes ballistic when he hears you're going to get surgically sterilized. Yep, this is a big one. Anytime you hear a potential marriage partner asking if sterilization is reversible or getting huffy about you getting your tubes tied, you need to think twice about marrying this person. Clearly, they have things on their mind that they are not telling you. Worse, they seem to think that they should have a say in what happens to your body. In other words, this is a sign that the relationship probably needs to end, for his sake and yours. Number 11, he tries to cajole you into the idea of being a mom. Some guys will talk about how nice it is to be a stay at home mom if they feel like you might be open to the idea of having kids. Yeah, this is a straight indicator that he wants kids and won't budge. Number 12, he asks you if you really mean it when you tell him you don't want kids. If you didn't really mean it, why would you want to say that to him? Number 13, he tries to convince you not to abort should you become accidentally pregnant with his child. I've actually seen this happen, and frankly, it's terrifying. If he does this, you need to make a point of getting out of that relationship as soon as you can. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with a kid you don't want and a man that probably won't take care of his child or you. So those are 13 reasons, 13 ways you can find out if your spouse is lying to you about having kids. Honestly, the discussion around kids is something that should be had openly and honestly. And if somebody is lying about their intentions and trying to make a miracle happen when there shouldn't be, or hiding the fact that they're taking birth control or had a vasectomy when you want kids, either way, deception in the arena of children is so disgusting to me because it should be had openly, honestly, and so many people are just afraid to be left, but they're going to leave anyway when you realize that you lied to them. All right, thank you for spending your time with me. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.